hear me now? Hold on. Hello, viewers. Welcome to the State of the Nation on Aspheric TV. I am Dayo Lujiwo. This is where we discuss, analyze, and tackle critical national issues. With me now in the studio is a very special guest. He is a professional journalist with over 25 years experience. He is also the special advisor on media and publicity to the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari. He's no other person but Mr. Femi Adeshina. Right now, we're going to a quick break, and when we come back, we'll dig into what we have for today.
Femi Adeshina is a thoroughbred journalist who serves as special advisor on media and publicity to President Muhammadu Buhari. Mr. Adeshina is an alumnus of Lagos Business School and Obafemi Awolowo University. He has over 25 years extensive and rich career experience as a journalist. He kickstarted his practice after school as a writer at Radio Lagos, from where he gradually veered into print media. He worked with the National Concord, Vanguard and the Sun newspapers, where he was a managing director, editor-in-chief, a position he held until he voluntarily resigned to take up his current appointment as the special advisor to the president on media and publicity. Join Femi Adeshina live on Aspheric TV State of the Nation. Date 3rd August 2021, time 4 p.m.
Today on the State of the Nation on Aspheric TV, it's a great privilege, sir. I think I got something wrong. The last time, it's over 30 years of experience. Yes, professional journalist with over 30 years experience. So how are you doing today, sir?
Very well, very well. My pleasure to be here.
Good to have you here.
I've learned a new word, aspheric. So I've added to my stock of English words this afternoon.
Okay, so let's talk about your 6 years as special advisor to the president. Yeah. How would you describe it?
Well, I'll say it's a privilege to be asked to serve your country.
Okay.
And among the journalists in the country, thousands, if you are singled out and asked to be special advisor on media and publicity to your president, you are quite privileged. So I see it as a privileged opportunity, a unique assignment, something I was not expecting. It just dropped on my lap, so to speak. I had always supported Muhammadu Buhari from when he was a military head of state, and when he joined partisan politics, I began to write actively on him, right from his first foray into presidential election in 2003. I wrote pointing Nigerians in his direction. He didn't win, or rather he was said not to have won. Well, then the same thing in 2007, the same in 2011. And when he said he was not running again in 2011, I was among those who came out to say, no, you are not bound by that promise. What if Nigerians want you? And truly, by 2015, he came out to run again. He ran and he won. And after that victory, he put a call to me on the very night he was declared. And said, Adeshina, I want to say thank you to you. You have supported me all this while. I couldn't give you even a bottle of Coke. There are people who could have paid you millions of naira for your support. You didn't follow them. He said, I want to say thank you to you. And eventually he asked me to be his special advisor on media and publicity. I was glad to accept. I wouldn't have worked in government for any other person. But because it was Muhammadu Buhari, a man I had always admired and liked, when he asked me to work with him, I left everything I was doing and came into government. It's been 6 years of challenges. Good, bad, ugly, everything. They throw all things at you. If this was just a job for day-to-day living, it's not worth it. But if it's an assignment to serve your country, then it's very well worth it. So I'm glad serving the country, I'm glad serving the president. No regrets.
Why do you admire him so much?
Yes, when he emerged as military leader, you know, Nigeria was in such a topsy-turvy state, and he identified the problem in discipline, and he set out to tackle it. He wanted to knock sense into the heads of Nigerians by restoring discipline in the polity. He wanted to restore the economy. He wanted to restore our ways of doing things generally. He was doing that for 20 months before he was overthrown. So after he was even overthrown, I still remained with him. I had got to admire him, and I stood by him. Therefore, when he came back into politics, I was very glad. Well, I'll therefore say the greatest attraction I had for him was his penchant for discipline and his penchant for transparency and accountability. Now I've added another one to that: simplicity. Having worked with him closely for 6 years, I've seen that he's the simplest of all men. Dresses simply, eats simply, everything he does, very simple. It's simple. He's a man without airs. It's just Muhammadu Buhari.
Wow. Well, as the mouthpiece of the president, of Mr. President, so to say, it will be a great privilege to know the magic Mr. President put in to ensure Nigeria's economy remains stable despite the global economic crisis caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. Many countries' economy are either insolvent or in ruin, but Nigeria still stands strong. What's the secret?
In terms of economy, the president himself will tell you that he doesn't know much about it.
Okay.
What he then provides is just a direction, and he lets those who know about it run it. That is why you will find that most of those economic things are run by the vice president, run by the minister of finance, run by the governor of central bank. He even put up a PEAC, Presidential Economic Advisory Committee. So they run. All they need to do is discuss with him, explain to him, and then he gives them the go-ahead to do that. And the strength of the president in that direction is that he's a good listener. Oh, the president can listen. He can listen. He will hear every side of the debate before he takes a final decision. So he lets those who know chart the course. He just provides the moral authority. You know, if you say these are times in which you need to tighten your belt, he will be the first person to tighten his own belt. If he says this is the time to be thrifty, he's the one that will first cut some things coming to him. So I guess that's one of the strengths of the Nigerian economy. When COVID came, there was something set up, the economic sustainability program, under the vice president and other people involved in running the economy. You will see that the success or the strength or the stability of the Nigerian economy today is due largely to that economic sustainability program. And the president just allowed them to do it.
Yes. So what would you say is the biggest challenges or challenge we have in Nigeria right now?
It's security. Very, very easy. Security. When the president came in, right from the campaign, he identified 3 things. We will secure the country, we will revive the economy, and we will fight corruption. Fighting corruption is going well. It's succeeding. Reviving the economy is going well. We are not where we should be, but at least the economy is like a plane with its nose in the sky. As long as the nose of the plane is in the sky, it's good sign. But if the nose suddenly comes down, it's dangerous. So our economy is like that with a plane with the nose upwards is climbing. It may be slower than we want, but at least it's on a positive trajectory. Where the greatest challenge is insecurity. And that challenge had been with us before the president came. That was why he identified it as number one priority. When he lists those three things, he does it in this order. We will secure the country, we will revive the economy, and then we will fight corruption. So the number one usually is we will secure the country. He says a country or an institution cannot be run or efficiently managed unless we have first secured it. And you will see that when he first came, he made some pronouncements on security that bore immediate fruits. He changed the command center of the Boko Haram fight to Borno State immediately. And you found that the thing was going down, till we got to a point where we could say Boko Haram was technically degraded. And then suddenly there was an upsurge. And the upsurge came not just in form of insurgency, banditry joined, kidnapping joined, cultism, armed robbery, all sorts of violent crimes just came from every quarter of the country. It's been tackled. It's been vigorously fought. If you know how much of those people are being sent to God to answer for their crimes daily. You know, the new army chief said, our duty is to send them to God to answer for their crimes. If you know how many of them have been sent to God daily, it's a huge number. That gives us the confidence that one day this thing will be over. It will surely be over. Well, for now, the greatest challenge Nigeria has is security.
Well, some Nigerians are of the view that the government will not be able to manage the economy without fostering interaction between it and the private sector and also the state civil society. Do you agree with this?
Oh, well, the economy is never managed by one person. It's usually a team. And that was why the president set up the Presidential Economic Advisory Council. It is there. And you find that at any given time, the vice president is also meeting with the economic management team. We have an EMT, economic management team. So it's a team that runs the economy. It can never be a one-man show. A one-man show will not run an economy successfully because it's in a wrong direction. Nobody will be able to tell him that this direction is not right. But when it's a team, there's checks and balances.
So are you trying to say the president has been able to interact efficiently with the society in respect to this?
Well, that's why he has a team to advise him. He has a team. Economic management team is there. PEAC, Presidential Economic Advisory Council, is there. So, yeah.
Okay. As the president lived up to expectation, as he fulfilled his campaign promises to ensure the continuity of his party, APC, beyond 2023?
No, absolutely, absolutely. And what were those promises? We will secure the country, we will revive the economy, and we will fight corruption. Like I said earlier, the number 2 and 3 goals have succeeded largely and are succeeding. Number 1 is highly challenged, but no quarter is being asked for, none is being given. It will succeed. It's only a matter of time. The security challenges confronting the country will be resolved.
Okay. Well, viewers, if you want to call in, we won't be taking calls. You can send in your questions or contribution via SMS. We'll receive that. Thank you. Well, right now we're on a quick break, and when we come back, we will continue. Welcome back. Still with me is the Special Advisor on Media and Publicity to the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Mr. Femi Adeshina. Well, there's to be one thing you think this government can do better. What could that be?
There is no perfect government anywhere in the world. You have not seen one, you will never see one. There's a saying that the largest room in the world is the room for improvement.
Yeah.
So that's the way it is with government. This government is doing well, fantastically well, but there are always things it can do better. There are always things it can do better. As an insider in government, I will agree to that. There are things that can be done better. But is the government doing well? Yes, it is doing very well.
Can you tell us what you think they can improve on?
No, I'd rather that comes from the outside, I'd rather that comes from the outside, because if I'm the one assessing and condemning, that would not be right. But when it comes from outside, I'll listen to it and I'll always pass the word to say the public wants us to do better in this area. I know some, but I shouldn't be the one saying it. Yes, I prefer.
And in less than 2 years,
Yes.
your time as Special Advisor to President Muhammadu Buhari on media and publicity will come to an end. Hopefully, are you going back to the newsroom? What are your plans for the future?
Well, I want to thank you. You said in less than 2 years. That means you believe that I will stay with him till the end. Because when you hold any office at the pleasure of the president. So he has kept him for 6 years and more. I thank him. If he keeps me till the end of 8 years, I'll be very glad. But if he also says he wants to rejig the team and somebody else will come, no problem. I will always support him, whether in government or outside it. Now, anytime I leave government, whether now or in May 2023, by the grace of God, I would love to return to my media work. When I was leaving the media 6 years ago, my proprietor of the newspaper I worked with, was kind enough to tell me, I'm giving you a leave of absence. If you get a government and you don't like it, you can always return. Or if you like it and you stay 8 years, you can always return. So, by the grace of God, anytime I leave government, I have a job waiting for me. Not in the same status I was, but a higher status.
By God's grace.
Yes,
if you were asked to make a wish for this country, Nigeria, what would that be?
My wish would be, if only they know Muhammadu Buhari and they will cooperate more with him and they will criticize less and wail less and cry less and distract less. If President Buhari was not a focused person, the volume of distraction thrown his way daily is enough to ensure that he does nothing. So, my wish would be, let Nigerians understand their leaders and let them cooperate more. Countries of the world that work did not work by magic. They worked through cooperation of the leadership and the led. So, I just wish the led will cooperate more with the leadership in this country.
Quite a number of people have said that you are so blunt. Really? So, how do you take that?
If blunt means telling the truth, then no apologies. If blunt means not coloring things, no apologies. Because I don't know how to color things. I just say things the way they are. People say, those that hold this position lie. And I ask them, mention one lie that I've told Nigerians. When I challenge them, they begin to look like fools because they can't point out one lie. So my own is, I will say it the way it is. And my principal, the president, does not expect that you will lie for him. He does not expect you to lie for him. He just wants you to say things the way they are. And that is what I do.
I guess we've really had a nice time with you because I have had a nice time with you. It's a great privilege, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us on the State of Nation today. on Aspheric TV.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Next time you hear me speaking and I use the word aspheric, know that I borrowed it from there.
Thank you very much for staying with us. And so long we've not been able to get your messages, but as soon as we get it, we'll revert back. Thank you, and God bless you. And don't forget to follow us on all our social media handles, on Facebook at Official Aspheric News, on Instagram at aspheric.news. Thank you. I remain Dayo Olujumo. God bless you.